For decades, he was a ghost. No clear photos, no predictable movements, no mistakes. Intelligence agencies across the world hunted him, but no one could find him. Until one night, in a quiet street, everything ended in seconds. For more than 20 years, Imad Mughniyeh was considered one of the most dangerous and elusive men in the world. As a senior commander of Hezbollah, he was believed to be behind some of the most sophisticated and deadly attacks against Israeli and Western targets. From bombings of embassies to kidnappings and covert operations, his name was linked to a long list of international incidents. But what made him truly feared was not just his actions, it was his invisibility. He rarely appeared in public, avoided cameras, and constantly changed his identity, making it almost impossible to track him. Over the years, multiple intelligence agencies, including Mossad and the CIA, attempted to locate him, but every attempt failed. Mughniyeh was extremely cautious. He did not use regular communication channels, rarely trusted technology, and relied only on a very small circle of loyal contacts. He moved between countries quietly, often using false identities, and never stayed in one place for long. It was as if he knew he was being hunted every second of his life. But intelligence work is not about speed, it is about patience.
The operation demands absolute secrecy.
Over time, small pieces of information began to emerge. A brief sighting here, a possible meeting there, a name mentioned in intercepted communication. None of it was enough on its own, but together, it started forming a pattern. Slowly, analysts began to believe that Mughniyeh was spending more time in Damascus, Syria. The city became the focus of an intense and highly secret surveillance operation. Agents on the ground began monitoring suspected locations, tracking movements of known associates, and mapping out possible routes he might use. Every street, every building, every vehicle was observed carefully. This was not just a mission, it was a waiting game. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. There was no room for error. If Mughniyeh sensed even the slightest danger, he would disappear again, possibly forever. Then, in early February 2008, the breakthrough finally came. Intelligence reports confirmed that Mughniyeh would be attending a meeting in Damascus. The exact location was identified, and surveillance teams were put in place. Now came the most critical decision: how to eliminate a man who was constantly surrounded by security without causing chaos or drawing attention. The answer was precision. A car was prepared and parked near the location where Mughniyeh was expected to pass. To anyone else, it looked completely ordinary. But hidden inside it was a specially designed explosive device, engineered to target only the intended individual. This was not a random bomb. It was carefully calculated, designed to minimize collateral damage while ensuring the mission's success. On the night of February 12, 2008, Mughniyeh arrived in Damascus for the meeting. As always, he moved carefully, alert to his surroundings, trusting his instincts. After the meeting ended, he stepped out into the quiet night. The streets were calm, almost silent. There was nothing unusual, nothing to suggest that he was being watched. He began walking toward a parked car. At that exact moment, somewhere far away, someone was watching, waiting, finger ready.
Copy. No eyes on
As
us.
Mughniyeh reached the vehicle,
Good.
the signal was given. In an instant, the explosive device detonated. A sharp, controlled blast cut through the silence of the night.
Space, forces
The
gather
explosion was precise, targeted
until a
directly
brilliant
at
flash
him.
erupts,
Within
illuminating
seconds,
the
it was
unknown.
over. The smoke cleared, the street
blast
returned
wave
to
expands,
silence, and
propelling
Imad
debris in all
Mughniyeh, the man
directions.
who had evaded
The
capture
shockwave's
for
energy
decades,
causes
was
widespread
dead.
destruction. The debris
The
scatters,
operation was
leaving a field of
executed with
destruction.
surgical precision. There were no gunfights, no chase, no chaos. Just a single moment that ended a decades-long hunt. And just like that, the ghost disappeared, forever. When news of his death broke, it sent shockwaves across the world. Governments, intelligence agencies, and media outlets quickly reacted. Officially, no one claimed responsibility. But behind the scenes, it was widely believed that this was a joint operation carried out by Mossad and the CIA, a mission that had taken years of planning, patience, and precision. Mughniyeh's death marked the end of one of the longest manhunts in modern intelligence history. A man who had lived his entire life in secrecy, avoided detection at every step, was finally brought down not by force, but by strategy, timing, and relentless pursuit. He trusted no one, revealed nothing, and lived in the shadows for decades. But in the end, even the shadows couldn't hide him.